How's it going, guys, and welcome to today's video. Summer is upon us, and when you have cattle, summertime means it's fly season. And when you have flies, that means that your cattle are prone to get a sickness known as pink eye. That's what we're dealing with today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. Now, a lot of you guys watching have probably heard of pink eye because people get a disease called pink eye, but in cattle, pink eye is a little bit different than what you might be used to seeing it in a human. In cattle, when they have pink eye, their eye will weep a lot and they get a big white spot right in the middle of the eyeball. So when they have the white spot like that, they can't see. So if they only have pink eye in one eye, they'll be blind on one side. If they end up getting pink eye in both eyes, they'll be completely blind. Fortunately for cattle producers, pink eye is very common and therefore is very treatable because a lot of people have had to deal with it. So over time, people have come up with great methods to control this disease. Now, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that flies meant pink eye was coming. So a lot of people might make the connection that flies cause pink eye, but actually this isn't true. Well, it's partly true. Flies do spread pink eye from one cow to the other, but a cow cannot get pink eye if her eyes are in good shape. So in order for her to be susceptible to the disease, she has to have some sort of abrasion on the eyeball. And this is usually caused by having her head down in tall grass and a seed head or a star thistle or anything like that rubs against the eye and creates a small abrasion. So once a cow, or a calf for that matter, has this abrasion on the eye, they are now susceptible to getting the disease. Now, I've heard a lot of things over time where people say that, black-faced calves don't get pink eye. Hereford calves that have a dark spot surrounding the eyeball won't get pink eye. I've heard all this, and I'm here to tell you that I've seen calves of all colors get pink eye. Now, some of you guys may remember on the video where we brought the cows home from the winter pasture that there was a very small calf in that bunch, and that calf just so happens to be one that has gotten pink eye in both eyes. So effectively she's blind, and I've been treating her over the last couple of weeks. The treatments haven't been going really well because I think her immune system is weak already. I think she was born prematurely. So she's kind of got some other issues going on. So another thing that you'll see people do to treat pink eye is they, doctor the calf and do all that, but then they put an eye patch over the infected eye. Now, the reason that people do this is because it has been shown that the sunlight hitting the infected eye is painful and uncomfortable to the animal. So people will put eye patches on them to kind of help avoid that. Now, when a calf has both eyes infected, I don't like putting patches on both eyes because then they are completely blind. Right now, you can tell the calf doesn't see very good, but she does seem to find her way through gates, and she does seem to be able to see a little bit. So if I put patches on both of her eyes, then she's just going to be screwed. But like I say, she's kind of already on the mend now. So I don't think patches are necessary for this one, but typically I will do a patch if it's only one eye. In extreme cases, I take a two-tiered approach, and the first tier of my treatment method is this powder. Now, this powder puffs. It puffs directly into the calf's eye, and this has medicine in it and is meant for eye infections. So that seems to help. In a less severe case, I'll just give them a puff of this powder, and that seems to clear it up by itself. But when I have a calf like this where things are a little bit more serious, I'll take an extra step, and that is to give them an injection of LA. Oh, this is 100. LA 200 would work as well. I just need to dig through my bag now and make sure that I have some fresh needles and a new single-use syringe, and I think it's light enough now we can head over to the ranch and doctor that calf. We're out here at the field now, and what I've noticed lately, what I have to do is I kind of have to figure out where the calf is out here in the pasture, and then I have to park the side-by-side a little bit of a ways away from him to get up close to Doctor. I keep saying him, it's a heifer. But reason being, she doesn't see very well, but she still hears incredibly well. So she figured out pretty quick that when she heard that side-by-side getting close to her, that meant I was about to grab her and doctor her. And obviously they don't like that, even though it's, good for them. So I need to look around out here, figure out where she's laying down, and then I can park this, gather up my stuff, and try to sneak up on her. So we'll see how it goes. It's probably difficult to see on camera, but right in the center of the frame where that red calf is laying, it looks to me like there's a little black calf laying right on his backside there. I think that's the one we're looking for. So before we run out there, let's go ahead and load up the syringe and get all this stuff ready. All right, guys, from here on out until I catch the little calf, I'm not really going to be able to talk that much because I need to be quiet. I don't want to give away my location because once she starts running from me, then she's really hard to catch. So we're going to just try to sneak up on her. Hopefully I don't need the rope. Hopefully I can just jump on her, but we'll see what happens. Well, as I came out here, the calf was up trying to nurse. Would have been better if I could have caught her while she was asleep, but anyway, make a long story short, mother kept giving me away. Every time I'd get close, she'd kind of spook, and the calf was picking up on that, so I never really could get close enough to get a good shot at it. So now that the calf has been alerted to the fact that I'm trying to catch it, it's difficult and we need a different strategy. So I'm gonna have to go out there on the side-by-side. I don't really have to worry about being quiet now because she already knows I'm coming for her. So what I can do is go out on the side-by-side, and it's kind of hard and it's gonna probably be impossible to film, but I can go get close to it on the side-by-side and jump out and try to rope it and just do all that in one swift motion. So I don't know, we're gonna try. Okay, I think I've got you zoomed in good enough here you can kind of see what I'm doing. So you can see his eyeball right here is really, well, he's not opening it for me now very good, but it's very pink. See how his face has got discharge all over it from his eyes or her eyes running. I keep calling it a him, I don't know why. So what we will do is give a quick little shot here. So this is antibiotics that is going to help her heal up from the infection. So after you give a shot, I always like to rub it, get it to spread out a little bit like that. And then the next step is to take the powder here and we just want to squirt that in the eye, and we'll want to do it in both eyes because both eyes are bad. Easy there. Oh, thank you. You're gonna give me a better shot of that one, huh? Okay, so like this left eye to me looks a little bit worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a double shot, but that's pretty much it as far as doctoring this calf goes. So I'm going to let her go because she's not too happy about being here. And that ought to do it for this go around. All right, girl, go ahead. Don't. Are you seeing this? You're just always here to help, aren't you? How come you didn't help me rope her? Huh? You didn't want to do that, I guess. So one gauge that I can use to kind of determine how well that calf is feeling is how well they're able to evade me and how hard they can fight when I've got them on the ground like that. So that calf obviously had no problem running from me for a good chunk of the morning. And once I did have her down, she actually was very strong, and when she tried to wrestle me, she had some strength. She put up a much better fight than she did the last time I had her down like that. So the other thing that I look at is, what do they do after I'm done with them? If a calf is really feeling bad when you get done wrestling them down like that, if they feel real bad, what they'll usually do is just kind of go off and lay down. And this, it's just like, it was such a big ordeal for them that they just have to lay down. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, the steer keeps pushing the side by side. It's shaking the camera. Dude, you guys, get out of here. Come on. Get, go. Sorry about that. Between those steers and this bottle calf trying to nurse my knee, it's getting really tough to make videos out here. But back to what I was saying. So if the calf goes straight to laying down, that means probably not feeling too good. This calf today, after I got done with her, she went right over to mom and started nursing. So to me, that's a good sign that the stress of this ordeal didn't take so much out of her that she just had to go right back and lay down. She just kind of went back to her normal life. So that's a really good sign. I don't know if you guys can tell while I'm talking, though, this whole time I've been entertaining this guy because he saw me and decided he needed to get his ear scratched. So from here, all we can do is just observe this calf and just hope that she gets better. I think this will probably be the last time I have to doctor her. Just like I say, I'm noticing a lot of improvement, and she's getting around a lot better than she was before. So hopefully the vision comes back and we don't have to doctor her again, but if we do, then we do. So thanks for hanging out in the pasture with me today, guys. I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.